What's the worst name you could give your child? Daddy. Seriously, I used to work as a school photographer, and although I did see quite a few atrocious names, this kindergarten boy's name was the worst. How, as a parent, are you going to call your 5-year-old son Daddy? My husband is a teacher and the worst name he has encountered has been random. I met a kid named Spot. His parents weren't ready to choose a name and the hospital wouldn't let them take him home without one, so his dad was arguing with the staff and got pissed and said, "His name is Spot then." They planned to change it when they found something more appropriate, but he wound up loving the name and it stuck. This is actually hilarious. And he actually ended up liking the name. It sounds like a name you give to a dog. Some couple in India named their newborn twins COVID and Corona. I've been waiting for some dumb to do this. Thurman Merman. Hashtag AREYOUWITHME. Can I fix you some sandwiches? Blanket. Have you heard this before? Wyborn. And his sister stillborn. Astronaut. Good luck ever living up to it or living it down. And if you work in retail or service. My name is Astronaut and I'll be your server this evening. This is when you do the cool nickname thing, where you use the middle of your name. Hi, I'm Ron, Rona. Hi, I'm Khaleesi, or any other way you want to spell it. I haven't really watched Game of Thrones, but isn't Khaleesi not even her real name? No. It means queen in a certain tribe. For a whole month, my grandmother told the family that my cousin's firstborn child was going to be named Mulligan, because she misheard the name Logan on the phone. My cousin didn't find out until some of the presents were labeled for Mulligan. Gonna need a do-over on that one. That Indian parent who named her twins after the coronavirus. Can't imagine the torment's sad face. Yep. My sister read it on a meme thing and I thought it was just a joke. Then I looked it up and realized the sad truth. It was not a joke. For real though. How do they think it was a good idea? They did not consider the poor children. I changed my name as soon as I learned what it meant. I can't believe they allowed that on their birth certificates. I work with someone called Ian Brady. He was born in 1967, so his parents named him less than 6 months after the notorious Moors murderer was tried and convicted. Didn't his parents read newspapers or listen to the radio? Manchester, so much to answer for. Nevea? It's backwards heaven. Worked in a branch of social services and there were so many Neveas. The parents are dumb AF and think they're being clever, but it's extremely common to see this name in social work now. I used to keep up with the national and state news regarding criminals, and it seemed like whenever a baby girl got beat to death by her mom's boyfriend, she was named Nevea. ABCD pronounced Absidi. And GT. 300 plus people made this mistake. Good God. More the spelling than the name. Yeah, some spellings are ridiculous. KVIII Lynn, pronounced Caitlin, and Riley and Haley for Riley and Haley. Johnson, Vice President of the International Olympic Committee, would like a word. And GT. Pound. The thing with Pound is that he absolutely chose to be Pound. His name is Richard William Duncan Pound. He could have gone by Richard Pound, Rich Pound, Rick Pound, Bill Pound, Duncan Pound, even Will Pound. He had a bunch of options and chose to be Pound. My sister named her son Anthony. Does he get pissed off when you call him Anthony? Adolf Hitler last name. Honestly, any bad person in history. For example, Joseph Stalin Smith. I agree. Any name associated with a famous evil person is an absolute no. I met a guy named Nixon in Costa Rica. When he found out I was American, he was very excited to point out he was named after a U.S. president. I didn't have the heart to tell him how Nixon is viewed by most people. Street lamp Lamoose. Jesus Christ, how many years has it been since I've heard that one? Where's the picture of that lady who crossed off a bunch of names then chose Lakin, because that's the correct answer. Lakin as in, hey, it looks like a good lake in which to throw my birth certificate. Millhouse Matt Groening said he thought that was the most unfortunate name a child could have. I had a neighbor name his son Wilberforce and I kept thinking, why not Millhouse if you wanted to give him an unfortunate name? Adolf. It's a nice name. It's just that there was this one guy. My history teacher's name was Lover of the Dead. I kid you not. It was always weird, and when the rest of the school caught on, it was non-stop teasing and jokes. albeit this was in Africa to be specific, Zimbabwe, where names are a bit questionable, but even that was a bit confounded face. There was also this guy in our school whose name was Brightman. Not that bad of a name, right? But if you met him, he was literally the darkest person you've ever seen, and most people at my school were dark-skinned, but even he topped that. IDK if his parents were having a laugh when he was born, or if he came out really light and turned dark, but it caused a lot of people to bully him as a result. Poor kid, he was always nice. Child. Ha ha ha. Imagine. Kimberly. Here in Finland, some decided that Mona Lisa was too basic, so they named the kid Mona Lisa. Muna equals egg and Lisa is a grandma name. Poor kid. Leviticus. I say this because I overheard someone calling for their kid by that name. That poor girl. Anything that ends in Aiden. Objectively horrible. Caden, Aiden, Alden, Bin Laden, Bryden. Yeah, seems right. Okay then. Robinette. Have a white kid and call him the N-word. Bam, instant fucked up life. Yep, I would say so. I hope nobody really does that. Tucker. Just play the name game. Tucker Bo Bucker. F wifo. Oh no. I once met a girl named Charity. I hope she becomes a cam girl so people can say they donated money to charity. Actually, that's my stripper name, I've decided. COVID. Cavid. ABCD. Someone named their kid this. She said it was pronounced abside, so lame and dumb to name your poor kid this. I am a teacher and have met one ABCD. She was the niece of one of my students. My student thought his older sister was a terrible mother for picking the name. There was this guy from America who got his children taken of him because he was a neo and named his child Adolf Hitler. Northwest. Worst part is it exists. I read that North is a reference to Kim's middle name, and that made it even worse. Noel is a beautiful name. North is just ridiculous. Kim is in North Korea. Crocifissa. Italian for crucified. Believe me, it actually exists. Satan. Test subject 0007389. Heimlich. Then their dance moves would be called the Heimlich Maniovra. Linda. I cannot fathom a baby having that name. Lindas aren't born, they just appear in their mid-40s. Same with Karen. Adolf Hitler kind of ruined that name. Who named one of his kids Adolf Hitler? It came out when he went to the local supermarket to get a birthday cake and they refused him. The guy is a great menace. Didn't they also have a daughter called Aryan Nation or something? My wife wants to name our daughter that's due in July Ophelia. My first thought was pedophilia, and I vetoed that quick. Kids are, there's no need to give them more ammunition. Not. Ophelia. How strange, lol. That's actually how I read it until I saw your comment and went back to reread it. Ophelia is a fine name. Wasn't it in Shakespeare or mythology or something like that? Names that are objectively unattractive. Pubert. Olga. Bertha. Ha 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 Pubert. Pubert Adams. The woman who named her son to defy gender stereotypes. Funny, I was gonna name my daughter Cock and Balls for the same reason. Inserts my name here. Braxton. Easily my least favorite name of all time. If you name anything this, you are evil. Worse than Draxton. That's one of my top worst. Lost Dreams. Newt Gingrich. Spurgeon. One of the Duggars inflicted this upon her poor child. Agamemnon's Greek name means the one that does not have. Pubert. Karen. In today's society, that name will equal a lot of bullying for sure. Anything spelled wrong. Or actually, in the US, anything that sounds black. Sean will get hired before Deshaun. Courtney will get hired over Nevaeh. Don't try to be super unique. It just sets up your kid for failure. And being mocked and bullied. Chad. Unless your last name is Thundercock. A woman in the Philippines named her newborn COVID Bryant. Some guy ran for society president in my uni. His name Annas, so there were both Annas posters all around campus. I knew an Annas too. He really fit his name since he was a total